All right, guys, for
Hi.
the sake of time, if you want to type that in the chat, that would be excellent. But for those who I'm just getting the opportunity to meet, my name is Shanti Hill, blessed to have earned Executive District Director with this amazing network. And it's always humbling when I get the opportunity to share what we have our hands on, especially when it comes to financial education. Because I'll be honest with you, less than a year ago, nobody was jumping on Zooms or excited about anything I had to say in regards to finances. As a matter of fact, when it came to talking about money, I may have been one of the most negative people that you'd ever want to meet. But in all fairness to myself, how many of you guys would agree sometimes brokenness does have a negative effect on your attitude?
Yes.
Kind of hard to be all chipper when you're broke. And then I was frustrated because at that point, I felt like I had done everything that I was told to do to be successful. You know, I was that child growing up. I always wanted to be wealthy. Anybody else want to be wealthy growing up?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you didn't raise your hand, what'd you want to be? Matter of fact, don't even tell me, because that stuff gets stuck in your shirt. You can't get it out. I was that kid, you know, my aunties would have the glass doorknobs. I would imagine I was twisting diamonds to get into the next room. And I grew up in a small town, Brooklyn, New York. You may have heard of it. Couple of buildings. And you come out of my building, you go 1 mile to the left, you're in the city dumps. You go 5 miles to the right, you're in some of the richest communities in all of New York. And so my question growing up was really simple. How do we get over there? But you guys ever asked the right questions, but you were asking the wrong people?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody I asked was right there with me. And I guess I was too young to understand that if they knew how to be over there, where would they have been?
Over there.
But I was also too young to understand at that time that I might have been up against the Great Divide. And you know, honestly, what's really weird to me in the United States is people come from everywhere to the United States calling it the land of what?
Opportunity.
But here's the thing. So many people born and raised here are not opportunists. And what I mean by that is 34 million Americans right now living in poverty. The household income is less than $27,000 per year, while at the same time, close to 19 million Americans are millionaires. And if I had to point to one area that separates the haves from the have-nots, I would look no further than education, because everybody I was asking, they kept pointing me to formal, outdated education. They told me if I graduated high school and got myself a college degree, I'd be able to write my own ticket. Anybody else heard that growing up?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Yes.
I don't know what write my own ticket meant, but I figured it meant getting to the money. So I graduated high school at 16 because I wanted to get to the money as fast as I could. I graduated college at 20 with an electrical engineering degree because they told me that's where the money was. Pretty good, yes?
Yeah.
But now by 20 and a half, I realized that 80% of us weren't getting jobs in the field that we studied. Anybody know some people all degreed up, nowhere to go?
Sure do.
Yes.
And so I had an electrical engineering degree, but I found myself working as a bill collector. As a matter of fact, I was a broke bill collector. So all day long, I'm calling people, I'm reminding them to pay their bills. I get home at night, 5 messages on my answer machine with the exact same reminder. And it was always check to check, then it was check behind check. Then it got to the point where there was so much month at the end of my money, it didn't even make sense for me to work. I don't know if you guys ever got to the 13th of the month and wondered, Lord, how am I gonna make it to the 30th?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that's happened once or twice, that's okay. But let me tell you, when that's happening every 30 days, that's like hell on earth. And they say, you fool me once, shame on you. You fool me twice, what?
Shame on me.
I went back to the same people. I said, well, that didn't work. What do I do now? They told me go back to school. Now, how many guys know some people been in school so long we forgot what they were studying?
Yes.
You got some professional students in your family as well? I told my cousin, I said, don't change your major no more. You graduate one time so I can give you these cards and these balloons and be done with you. But guys, that was the only strategy I had. So I got a master's in math education, even though I never met a wealthy teacher. And what I realized was I went into education wanting to be wealthy. I got all this education, came out just wanting to be hired. And what I recognize is people that in formal education are so smart, they graduate from college with a mortgage but no home. While at the same time, millionaires are teaching their children specialized financial education. So guys, understand, we're either going to play by the rules of the wealthy or we're going to get played by the rules of the wealthy. And if you want to know where most of those rules lie, look no further than taxes. What this government does is they create incentives through taxes for the things that they want us to do. So we understand this country wants us to get married, yes?
Mhm.
Yeah, if you're married, filing joint, you get deductions. This country wants us to have children as well, right?
Yep.
How many guys feel like some people only reason they having children is for the deductions? They don't even like their kids.
Yep.
But this country also wants us to be business owners. And the reason I know this is because if we settle for a tax code W-2, meaning we decide to only be employees, we may have been looking forward to that stimulus check. Anybody get the stimulus check, or you've been hitting refresh wondering where it is? Oh, so now this is the group of people that didn't care about it, right?
I'm looking
Y'all
for that
can't fool me.
PPP loan.
Anytime we start nicknaming stuff, what the heck is a stimmy?
You got
Here's
it.
what I do know about it. It's only gonna go as high as $2,000, and employees get taxed first as high as 33%. Meanwhile, if you're a business owner, meaning you chose the tax code 1099, there's all types of loans and grants, and look up PPP loans. Hundreds of billions of dollars being given away, and most of these loans are forgivable, meaning if you don't pay it back, it's okay. And business owners get taxed last, as low as 18%. Now, some of you may be thinking, well, that's not fair. Why would they do that? The country understands, just like a car without an engine can't drive, an economy without business can't thrive. Bars. But taxes is just one of the four roadblocks. How many of you guys are familiar with debt, big business, and inflation?
Yes.
See, I call these the thieves that stole my money. See, when I sat down with Richard Harden, one of my best friends, on June the 8th, 2020, we did a Zoom similar to this. I came into the conversation thinking I had an income problem. I wasn't making enough money. But now he was making 7 times what I was making as a teacher, and he had the same exact thieves. And so what I recognized then is we both had a cash flow problem, meaning the more we make, the more they what?
Take.
Taxes has everybody working 12 months, but they're only paying us for 8. No wonder we're behind. Debt has us buying into the American dream, not knowing that they're setting us up for the American nightmare. How many of you guys grew up wanting a spouse, a house, 2.5 kids, a dog, and a white picket fence?
Yeah.
And it's not even our fault. Every movie, every TV show, every commercial, every cartoon. In the cartoons, even the dogs had a dog. Now, something wasn't right about me. I felt like a setup was on, but this is the part they don't tell you about. You don't have the $400,000 for your home up front, Miss Mentor? No problem. We'll give you a mortgage loan. You don't have the $50,000 up front for the automobile, Miss Blunt? No problem. We'll give you an auto loan. You don't have the $100,000 a semester for your education, Mr. Edwards? No problem. We'll give you a student loan. And long after we're done with these things, that interest is with our families forever. That's why most people are passing on generational debt when we're supposed to be passing on generational wealth.
That's right.
Now, 2/3 of our money is gone. Here comes the big business. Have you guys seen that they have a holiday in place every 30 days and they spend close to billions of dollars on advertising because they know we can't wait to ball out until we fall out with that last little third.
Right.
Yeah.
They understand that we can't wait to do retail therapy. In case y'all don't know what retail therapy is, ladies, that 4th pair of black shoes looks just like the 3rd.
No, it ain't. The strap different.
You know what? We just not gonna argue about this. We're not gonna argue about this. Because it's that time of the year where I know for a fact retail therapy is real. Because see, this is when the CMNE Christians come out. Y'all know those people that go to church on Christmas, Mother's Day, New Year's, and Easter? And so y'all just saw the mamas of the church. They all went and bought them big hats, right, Auntie Gwen? I know you went to get your hat. Now, I don't know who was going to see the hat. Y'all was going to church online. So the babies couldn't even see the laptop because we couldn't see the whole pulpit. So I know they didn't see. But you know, this is when it gets crazy. Do y'all know they went and bought another hat? Because Mother's Day is coming.
So I did.
We didn't even see the last hat. Who the next hat for? And just in case we didn't spend all of our money, inflation drives the price up on everything. So if we had $1 yesterday, it's only worth 95 cents today. It'll only be worth 90 cents tomorrow if we don't do the right things with it. And the reason why we're sharing this is not for gloom and doom, just to help you understand we all have the solution already. Question is, are you using it? How many of you guys have a social security number?
Yes.
Now, if you didn't raise your hand, you need to turn your camera off. I mean, we don't want to get nobody in trouble. But here's the thing. If we attach our social security number to someone else's business, well, meaning we accept the JOB, you know, a just over broke, a jump out of bed, a journey on the brokenness. I could do this for an hour. I'm not going to do it. Well, we give them all of our solutions. But guys, if we have a social, that means we were born a business. We were born a sole proprietorship. So we attach that to our home or our apartment in the form of home-based business. You get 475 tax breaks. Whereas if I don't do that, I might get 9. Which one sounds better? Your 475 or my maybe 9?
475.
And so now our expenses become deductions. How many of you guys want the government to pay for your lifestyle?
Yes.
Absolutely.
See, when you start a home-based business, now you can hire your children. See, wealthy people understand why give you an allowance when I can put you on payroll for the exact same chores? Why buy you a PS5 when I can pay you buy a PS5 and we write it off? That's how we leave a legacy, break the cycle, give next generations a head start. See, when you start a home-based business, you can outrun inflation because you can give yourself an unlimited income based on what you do. Everybody's doing all these challenges online, right? Why don't we do the BOSS challenge? Tomorrow, I want y'all to go in bright and early or call in bright and early or Zoom in bright and early, however you go to work, and demand a cost of living increase. Now, make sure they base it on inflation. Now, by the time they finish laughing, if you still have a job, we'll still teach you how to get paid residually every day, week, month, and quarter in business for yourself from home. Guys, this is what generates time freedom. You can take a home business with you anywhere you go. I stay in anywhere USA. When I go out the country, I'll tell you what anywhere country that might be, or maybe the continent. But my point being, in order to take control of our lives, we have to choose opportunity over security. If you're taking notes, put this in your notes, safe is the new risky.
Yes.
A lot of people over the last 18 months found out that good and job don't go in the same sentence. Job and security are even more funny.
What you say?
And so,
All right, love that.
And so here's the thing, guys. We partner with Make Wealth Real Financial. I'm going to call it MWR for short. We are the home of the complete financial makeover. And the reason we call ourselves that is we do everything you should want to do with your finances. How many of you guys want to save more money?
Yes.
Excellent. And you should, because that's your money. How many of you guys want to make more money?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And you should, because we all need it. But now, Ray, if you're not driving, raise both hands if you want to grow your money. I will not be liable for any foolishness behind the wheel. And so here's the thing, guys. When we're talking about saving money, we're not talking about pinching pennies. We're not talking about strangling ourselves with tight budgets so tight that we can't even breathe. We're talking about putting on that superhero cape and going to rescue the money from the thieves that took it. In year one, we rescued $500 million in tax savings for our members. Pretty good, yes?
Yes.
Guys, we're overpaying. 80% of America overpays taxes according to the IRS. Now, what the IRS didn't say is that they give that money back, because they don't. In year one, we helped our members rescue 13,000 years in interest off our collective debt sentence. Because see, when we borrow stuff, it's not as necessarily how much we borrow that's the issue. It's how long we borrow it at what interest rate that kills us. How many of you guys know some people that brag all the time about paying off their car?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all don't want to tell me because some of y'all those people. Okay, I see that. But here's the thing. Depending on how long and what the interest rate was, we may have bought 4 cars, but we're bragging about 1.
Right.
Now, where'd those other 3 cars go? Or where'd that money go? Who cares? How many of you guys want that back in your family where it belongs?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so we do that through the Financial Edge membership. Our membership is only $79.97 per month. Put that in your notes. And I kind of feel the energy shift. So I think somebody done let a skeptic onto the line. Now, be cautious. I never met a wealthy skeptic. Most of the skeptics I know are broke. But just in case they don't want to speak out loud, let's help them out. Somebody say, what's the catch?
What's the catch?
The experts do all the work. Oh, nah, y'all missed it. Guys, repeat after me. I am not the expert.
I am not the expert.
Didn't that feel better? Now I ain't got
Absolutely.
to act all smart to impress my friends that know better. I don't have to go out and get another degree or another certification. Guys, y'all want to know what y'all should be really excited about? Everybody point at me and say, Sean is not the expert.
Sean.
Sean is not the expert.
I ain't even offended. I heard that tone though. I heard some of that tone, but I'm not even offended. Because if you want your finances jacked up, ask me a question right now. I will jack your finances up. Lynette, like, why is he so confident about that? Because I've been jacking mine up for 40 years, Lynette. I know I can mess yours up too. But so thank God we have experts to protect people like me from ourselves. Because the expert said all I had to do was upload my last 2 pay stubs, my last year's tax return. They said if I wanted to be thorough or wanted them to be thorough, I could upload my last 3 years' tax returns and they would give me an adjusted W-4. And because most people fill it out wrong, or we don't change anything when things change, when you give this W-4 to your employers, your federal income tax will go down and your paycheck will go up. How many of you guys need a pay raise right now?
Yes.
Yes.
The experts told me that if I downloaded this app called TaxBot to my phone, it's free through this membership. And every time I get in my car and drive, it'll track my mileage. Every time I take a picture of a receipt, it'll track my deduction. If I attach it to my accounts, it'll find me deductions. It's found me 20,000 plus worth of deductions so far. How many guys like to be able to show why your taxes is so low so that those people with those funny letters in their title can leave you alone?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
The experts told me that if I upload my bills that I pay every month, they would call and negotiate them down. Guys, I started uploading stuff that wasn't even bills. I'm like, since y'all already negotiating, why don't y'all knock out this traffic ticket for a brother? They didn't do it. Don't even upload it. They'll just let it sit there. It's kind of rude how they do it. But how many of you guys want to pay less for bills that you're gonna pay every month anyway?
Yes.
Yes.
The experts told me that if I type in the debt that I can pay off, meaning the balance, the minimum monthly payment, and the interest rate, they would not only give me a pay plan to get out of debt faster, they would give me my debt-free date. How many guys would agree debt-free is the new free?
Oh, yeah.
And they would show me what it took to get to my millionaire day. Anybody ever say you want to be a millionaire?
Yeah.
Imagine how much more exciting it is knowing you can get there with the money you make right now. Guys, a lot of us have made so much money in our lifetimes, we should have been millionaires over and over again, yes?
Right.
Yes.
The
Yes.
problem is we give the money away. Now, my favorite book said, don't love money, but it never said I should hate it so much I should give it away. I mean, think about it. We give the money to the government. The government said they had like $9 trillion worth of debt. Who do we owe? Mars?
Okay.
Like who kept lending it to us after the first billion? My cousin owed me $50. You think he getting another 50?
No.
But the reason they keep lending it is they know we keep overpaying it so the country's good for it. Is this making sense?
Yeah.
When I was working as a bill collector, we were collecting for companies that had already closed their doors, but their family was still collecting the interest from our families. So what happens when we start getting all that money back to us? Can we do some amazing things?
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
The
sir.
experts told me that if I uploaded my most recent 3 credit reports, they would do all the work on my credit score. I did that at 2 o'clock in the morning, Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. By 3 o'clock the following afternoon, it said completed, completed, completed. I asked my sponsor what that meant. He said they made all the calls I didn't want to make, and they sent all the letters I didn't want to send. And it wasn't because I was being lazy. It's just I'd seen so many people make these calls and they went to voicemail, never to be returned. They sent these letters, they went unanswered. But here's what we found out. When the right name and number is on the caller ID, they pick up on the first ring because they don't want these problems. When the right name is on the letterhead going in, we start receiving letters letting us know that stuff has been removed from our credit reports permanently.
Yes.
And so guys, understand what we're doing. We understand that when taxes goes down, cash flow goes up. When bills go lower, cash flow goes up. When debt gets eliminated, cash flow goes up. When credit scores go up, we refinance things that we might be paying too much for. We pay less for what we're going to borrow in the future. Cash flow goes up. How many of you guys need your cash flow up?
Yes.
Yes.
And there are
Yes.
people that I see on this little baby Zoom right now who have been able to use the Financial Edge membership to get their cash flow up. Would anybody like to share what Financial Edge has done for you so far?
I'll share.
Okay, go.
So my name is Liza. Again, I'm calling from Maryland. I'm an active duty military member, and I was able to bring back $608 back into my paycheck monthly. And I'm not good at math, but that's about $7,200 annually.
Wow. Who can use the set? All right, BOSS challenge. Go into your boss tomorrow and demand a $7,200 pay raise this year. Or use the Financial Edge membership. Anybody else like to share?
I'll
Yes,
share.
I would.
Go ahead, Yolanda.
Okay. Well, I am Yolanda. I am a teacher, and I
Thank you for your
got.
service.
Thank you. Thank you, Liza, as well. I got a pay increase of $739 per month. I was happy and mad at the same time. My credit score has gone up 40 points, which allowed me to refinance my home from a 37-year mortgage to a 15-year mortgage, drop my interest rate from 6.5 to 6.3 to 2.5, saving me over $130,000 in interest.
That's
And-
dope.
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So you're
Awesome.
saying
I
the
love it.
$79.97 a month was worth
Every month, I don't mind.
it. Okay. Anyone else like to share?
Yeah, I'll share.
Yes.
Okay.
Hi, everyone. Yes, you're doing a great job, Sean. I appreciate your time exegeting this conversation. Well, my credit has also went up 107 points within 120 days.
Oh, wow.
Because of that, I was able to also, like Yolanda, refinance my house and get a interest rate of 2.7%, which saved me over $34,000 in interest as well. I also got $1,006 back into my household, man, per month, which is a game changer for me because now I'll be able to get out of debt way sooner. And that'll be roughly 10 years, I should say.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. And guys, we could do this all evening. Matter of fact, our partners and everybody that's used the membership, if you could type in the chat what Financial Edge was done for you so that our guests could actually read it, that would be great. And if that's not enough for you guys, you can go on Facebook and search MWR Financial Testimonials, and you can read testimonies for the next 3 years because we've been blessing so many people with this information. And so with that being said, I want to talk to the folks who said y'all wanted to make more money.
Yes.
Yes.
Guys, our organization did a little under $4 million annually. And the reason why we've been able to have success teaching people how to make money from home is we ride the industry trends. See, the biggest mistake most people make is they're trying to get tomorrow's wealth with yesterday's game plan. And what I mean by that is this is a good time to start a small business, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, the 20s is a great time to start a small business. The 1920s, 1920 to 1940 was the small business era. How many of you guys have a Main Street in your city?
Yes.
Are there a lot of small businesses on Main Street?
Mhm.
Yes.
How many of you guys saw a lot of those businesses close down last year, unfortunately?
Yeah.
Even more
How
this
many of you guys know a lot of those businesses are not going to be able to come back?
Right.
Absolutely.
It's not a bad thing or a bad strategy to do. It's just a little outdated based on what's going on. 1940s to 1960 was the assembly line. That's when the 9-to-5 mentality was born. The pension plan. Can we stop talking to these babies about pension plans? They ain't getting no pension. Hell, we don't even have a pension. Matter of fact, most of us really, if we being honest, we don't even know what a pension really supposed to do in 2021. We have no idea. And then the years that I was born, the 60s to the 80s, I'm gonna act like it was closer. Actually, technically, it was closer than 1980. It was 1971. I take what I can get, but that was the corporate era. That's when they were telling us go to school, get good grades, get a good job with some what?
Benefits.
Here's the thing. How many of you guys saw that 401k become a 911k last year?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Oh,
Then from
yes.
1980 to the year 2000 was the computer era. That's when technology replaced those same good jobs. I used to go into McDonald's. They say, welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order? I started going to McDonald's. They said, welcome to McDonald's. The kiosk will take your order. That kiosk represents 5 to 6 jobs per shift, meaning
Right.
Calvin is out of work.
Mm.
Some of y'all will never know who Calvin is. How many of you guys saw that self-checkout line go from 1 line to 6 lines?
Yes.
Yes.
Guys, this place is, I don't even go after 8 o'clock because I don't even want to work there. Then 2000 to 2020 was the .com era. I don't remember the last time I ordered a taxi. I remember the last time I requested an Uber.
Mhm.
I don't remember the last time. I mean, think about it. People stopped looking for hotels and they started getting Airbnbs. But
Yes,
now,
sir.
when's the last time you wanted to get in the back of somebody's car and you don't know them and not knowing if they're going, y'all know how tense that ride is after people going out of town don't even want to stay with family. Who trying to stay in a stranger's guest room?
Right.
Right.
And so I
Right.
would like to welcome you all to the home-based era. COVID gave all of us a wake-up call last year, yes?
Yes.
Because March 2020, almost everyone got sent home. And
Yeah.
corporations were trying to figure out how do we maintain our bottom line with our entire workforce at home, right?
Mhm.
While at the same time, some smart people like some of the folks you see on this particular Zoom started looking around and said, you know what? I got to figure out how to make more money from here in case they don't call me back.
Yep.
And so we partnered with Make Wealth Real Financial as home-based business owners. Guys, it only took $228.97 to partner up. How many of you guys have $228 mistakes in your closet right now?
Several.
Be honest,
Yes.
this you ain't never gonna wear that again. Bruh, you should have never bought that in the first place. So $79.97 of that goes to your first month of the Financial Edge membership. Another $40 of that goes to your first month of your business center. We pay for our business center because it allows us to do business no matter where we are on the planet from our laptop or our cell phone. So that our monthly overhead is $119.97 per month. Now you divide that by 30 days, that's $4 a day. Anybody have a habit that's a little bit greater than $4 a day?
Yeah.
Now I'm not gonna ask you what it is because you might want to run for office. I don't want to jam y'all up. I made the mistake one time. I asked her what some of them habits was. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I don't even know why people do this type of stuff every day. But my point being, that's not a lot of money. And so watch this. For that little bit of money, 475 deductions, you get to hire your children like we already talked about. And in this company, we get paid 10 ways for that conversation we just had. Nah, y'all missing it. I've been blamed 10 ways for one conversation. I've never been paid 10 ways for one conversation. And think about the nature of the conversation. How many of you guys would agree if somebody got on this Zoom and they heard those testimonies about this awesome membership, somebody would want the Financial Edge membership? Can you see that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Is it okay if they go through your website to get it?
Yes.
That's going to be a $40 bonus just because they went through your website. And every month when they pay their membership, that's $10 a month to you. Do you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
love
you
it.
think other people are going to like that?
Yes.
Is it okay if they go through your website to become a financial director?
Yes.
You're going to earn a
Absolutely.
$50 bonus every time that happens. Do you like that?
Yes.
Yes.
Now, the company says if you help 3 people go through your website in your first 30 days, not only will they pay you a $150 sponsor bonus, but they'll also add another $150 momentum bonus because success loves speed. Someone heard what I just said, and they're going to put $228.97 on a credit card. And they're going to identify 3 people that and the whole population of 350 million that want to get paid while they're sleeping practically, because some people have put like a post on social media and had people just join their team. I don't know who those people are, but they look a lot like us. And you're going to have $300 waiting before your statement comes. Someone else heard what I just said. They're going to have $300 waiting before that thing clears out of their checking account. They're going to be right ready to put it right back in. And so you teach people how to do that. The momentum bonus can go as high as $1,500. Pretty good, yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
But then those first 3 partners qualify you for the leadership bonus. Now, how many guys ever got a promotion and they gave you more responsibility, but somehow they forgot the money? That happened to anybody besides me? Not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. In this business, they pay us more money for the exact same work. Now, some of you are asking, well, what's the work? That's the point. Look at the person that invited you. If it's not me, what are they doing right now? Nothing. Didn't even offer me water. I'm over here working like a Hebrew. Okay, so here's the thing though. They've already done the hard part. They got you here. All we do, guys, is we expose people to the information and we let God sort them out. Is that making sense?
Yes.
We don't do any arm twisting. We don't do any selling. We don't do any convincing. All we do is expose. And so they've already done the hard part. But watch what happens. Now, when people go through their website, they don't earn a $50 sponsor bonus anymore. It goes from $60 up to $125 per person. Like I'm literally looking at people right now. When people go through their website, they earn $60 per person. I'm looking at other people right now, they earn $70. I'm looking at other people right now, they earn $95. I'm looking at people right now that earn $105. You can tell who they are because their eyes get brighter when you say their number. Now, here's the thing. That's not even the most exciting part. The most exciting part is when you start earning $10 to $75 per person that you don't know that go through the websites of people you've never met, but those people are in your network. Guys, put this in your notes. Passive income is one of the secrets of the wealthy.
Yes.
Wealthy people figure out how to get paid on work that they're not doing.
Yeah.
I call it CEO money. Has everybody ever worked at a company that had a CEO?
Yes.
Was the CEO wealthy?
Yes.
Did the CEO ever come to your job and say, scoot over, I'm gonna do your work today?
No.
No.
But were they still wealthy?
Yes.
Yes.
So if you got a choice of being on the golf course teeing off or being at work teed off, which one do you choose?
Golf course.
Be on the golf course.
Four, right? And then furthermore, with the passive income, how many of you guys would like to be the person that introduced me to this thing?
Yeah.
Can y'all tell I'm a little bit excited?
Yes.
Y'all missed it. I'm a lot of bit excited. I have this conversation in my sleep. By the time I wake up, everybody gets started. So what if every time I got $1, you made 25 cents? Would that be pretty cool?
Yes.
Yes.
So if every time I made 100, you made 25, would you like that?
Yeah.
Okay, some of y'all pretty bougie about that 25. All right, so if every time I made 1,000, you made 250, how many of you guys would be like, go Sean, go?
Go.
If every time I make, matter of fact, Richard, how does it feel every time I make $10,000?
Spectacular.
Just check
Do it again.
Just making sure you still like it, brother. Appreciate you introducing me to this thing because you did. Because here's the thing, he deserves that because if he hadn't brought it to me, what would my life look like right now? I'd be getting ready to grade. I'm either grading papers right now or getting ready to give a test tomorrow on a Thursday because they said we can't give them on Fridays anymore. And so with that being said, guys, that's just the first 5 ways we get paid. These next 5 are even more mind-blowing because they're not only passive, they're residual. Well, right, put this in your notes. Wealthy people figure out how to do something one time and get paid for it over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's called residual income. And so those same customers, those same business partners contribute to your luxury vehicle bonus. Now, I stopped calling it the vehicle bonus at first because they said I didn't have to buy a car. Then I recognized that I was actually paying my car note with it. And so I started calling it the vehicle bonus again. How many of you guys could either pay your car note or find something on the car lot with some air conditioning, maybe a radio, with an extra $500 to $3,000 a month?
Oh,
Yes.
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 Those same customers, those same business partners contribute to your presidential bonus. Who can finance their goals and their dreams somewhere between $500 to $100,000 a month?
Yes.
Mhm.
See, the thing I love the most about that $100,000 a month side was I know that they pay it, but I love that they were upfront about it because it allowed me to dream again.
Yep.
See, Les Brown said most people are dead by the age of 21. They just haven't buried them yet.
Mm.
Because by 21, most people take their goals and dreams and put them on a shelf and settle for somebody else's reality. And how many of you guys understand most people's reality is not that much?
Nope.
Like every time I graduated, they came to me with the 40-40-40 plan. Demetrius, their master plan for my life was I was going to work 40 hours a week for 40 years and then retire and live on 40% less than what I was already struggling on.
Mm.
And if they were really paying attention, they would have heard me every time mutter under my voice, the devil is a lie. That is the stupidest strategy I have ever heard in my life. Aren't my latter years supposed to be greater than my former?
Absolutely, sir.
Well, how do I do that with 40% less?
Can't be
And so
done.
I accepted a different reality. Here, these guys told me that in addition to my 3 business partners, if I added 1 customer, they start paying me $5 a day, guaranteed. Not only did they offer to pay me every day, they offered to guarantee it. And so what was exciting about that for me is they told me, like I told you guys, it was $4 a day to do my business, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
How many of you guys would agree $5 a day is more than $4 a day?
Sure is.
Yeah.
Yes.
So my business is self-funded. Guys, first rule of business is to make your business pay for itself. Is this making sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
But then they taught me if I actually shared how to do that with some people, they would start paying me $20 a day, $30 a day. Guys, that's $600 to $900 a month. Who could use that?
Right.
That's
Yeah.
like having a relative
Absolutely.
move in and start paying bills without moving in. How many of you guys need some relatives like that?
Absolutely.
When I got to $50 a day, I was like, wait a second. I know people that work part-time jobs, full-time hours, and they don't make that.
Yep.
I know
$1,500
that's
a
a-
month.
Yes.
But guys, I'm super excited because I see a young man on the line who just got the $20 a day. He hadn't been in the business 60 days. As a matter of fact, he really did it after his first 30 days of putting his head down and going to work. And I wanted to see if he would jump on really quickly. Now, his name is not Chelsea Whitfield, but he's sitting right next to her. His name is Robert Outlaw. Rob, can you share with everybody, just your excitement and what this $600 a month residually means?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Hill. You're doing a great job sharing this information this evening.
Thank you, man.
First off, I'd like to say that the money is definitely something that is life-changing because it's not about the big money. It's about the things that can be taken care of with the little money. So the bills that it can take care of, the money that you can put towards extra bills or even save for that matter or invest. Outside of that, doing this business with your partner is even better because Chelsea is about to be at the point where she's at $600 a month. So if you put us together, that's $1,200 a month coming into the same household
Yes.
off of conversations that we had a month ago. So ultimately, this is something that if you take seriously, it can go wherever you want to go. And this is something I didn't even want to do. And look at where I'm at now.
He
Wow.
didn't want to do it.
So
Well, I'm so happy that Chelsea tricked you and
Yeah.
got you.
I'm happy too.
And then
I have
after
a
she
partner-
tricked you,
I have
she
a
made you
partner
do
too.
it anyway. I mean, you being tricked really well when you know you being tricked, why you being tricked, and you still go along with it. Good job, Chelsea. And I look forward to celebrating you at $20 a day in a couple of hours, the way you guys are running as well. Great stuff. And I mean, I mean, it's just super exciting what we've been able to do. Guys, when we got to $100 a day, it literally it saved my life. Because, and in full disclosure, when I first saw this part of the compensation plan, I told Richard and Chuck Harden, I told them, look, I get to $100 a day, I'm calling in to work dead. Because
Really
see,
deep.
my children are grown and gone. My expenses don't exceed $3,000 a month. So I was like, that's a wrap. Now they talked me out of it. They said, no, don't quit your job, sir. Don't quit your job. We want to stack money. And I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. As long as they let me teach virtually. And as fate would have it, the end of January, after I just got done going through COVID, these people that never go into classrooms thought they were going to send me into a room that I didn't want to go into during flu season. They thought they were going to send me in there during COVID season. So I had to break up with them. Now, guys know what I'm doing right now, but this is exactly what I said. I said, you know what? It's not even you, it's me. You stay, I'll go. And we were able to walk away and never have to turn back. And guys, honestly, unless something catastrophic happens, I couldn't even imagine turning back, because there's so many people that we're blessing with this information, and the team is growing at such a rapid pace. That's never ever got to have to be a thing. But what's even more exciting about this is not even the most exciting part of the conversation. We're those folks that said you wanted to grow your money.
Yes.
Guys, listen. We helped our members grow $500 million in investment income. Pretty good, yes?
Mm-hmm.
And the reason, just Yolanda, she the only one that felt like that was good.
I feel like it's good.
It's
It's
good.
amazing.
Hey, Nikki, y'all gotta warn me when it's the bougie people hour. What y'all mean $500 million is all
I'm
right?
leaving then, because I ain't part of that hour.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
You part of
They
it.
don't
That's right.
understand.
That's
Guys,
exciting. You
I'm
make
gonna
it
tell you the
more
most
grown.
exciting part about this for me. We were able to do everything you see on the screen without you. Guys, you understand. I understand that you have family members and friends trying to sell you on this, trying to recruit you into that, dragging you, kicking and we just sharing with you what we already did, so that you can decide whether or not you want to be part of year 2 and year 3 and year 4. Is this making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
And so understand, guys, money is a tool. It should work for you. Put this in your notes. Wealthy people are not smarter than us. They just have better tools. How many guys are taught that when you grow, after you got that great job with benefits, you should actually invest in your 401k, get direct deposit, and start a savings account?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But we all have the same parents?
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, not a bad thing to teach, but if we put our money in traditional accounts and traditional banks, we get low to no return on our money. I have thousands of dollars in this account. Now, I won't tell you the bank's name, but I heard they chase people to sign them up. And I look at my account statement, and it said I got a whopping 4 cents. I wanted to chase everybody at the bank and slap at least 4 of them, but don't even give me the 4 cents. Because I know that they're getting like 8 to 12% every day on my money. Because they do something called arbitrage, meaning they flip our money in the street, right? They take our money and they give somebody that mortgage loan. They take our money, give somebody that auto loan. They take our money and give someone that student loan, that credit card, that business loan. And then when we go to borrow our money, they act like they never had our money.
They do.
Our money been sitting in there for decades. We got to qualify for it like we strangers.
Right.
Now, we took that same money, we put it in a private reserve account. When the market goes up, our money goes up. But when the market goes down, unlike those 401ks that became 101ks, our money doesn't go down.
Mm-hmm.
But when the market goes up again, our money goes up. How do you lose when your money only goes up?
Right.
Oh,
It's just all winning. Is this making sense?
Yep.
yes.
Now you're the bank for your family, because you can do arbitrage. Somebody needs to go to school, you give them the student loan. Someone needs a car, you give them the auto loan. You can borrow against yourself. And this money is still going up with the market as if you never touched it. Do you like that?
Yes.
Yes.
You charge your interest rate, which means you make it affordable so that it can be paid back. And this money can stay in your family from generation to generation. Who said they wanted to create generational wealth again?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then we have partnerships in land banking. As a matter of fact, this company tells us where to do our land banking. Matter of fact, we actually have this land in Antelope Valley, California. Now, you might want to look it up as Green Energy Valley, because when Warren Buffett and NASA and Kaiser Permanente start spending billions of dollars in an area on green energy projects, that's what they call it. It's right outside of LA. LA is building their first highway in the last 25 years. And the next time that the Olympics is in the United States, it's going to be in Los Angeles. And you're holding your land that you bought wholesale in position to sell it to the Walmarts of the world retail. Do you like where you sit?
Yes.
Yes.
And if that wasn't
Yes.
enough, we have $100 million partnership with actually a partnership with a company who did $100 million without us in real estate. And because they handle everything in-house, we are able to buy, sell, flip, and invest in real estate without having to have any licensing, where the experts do all the work and we receive the commission. Do you like that?
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Good.
I mean, to the
Awesome.
point where if you're a real estate agent, these guys will let you join our community of agents and you'll start getting referrals in your area because we have too many properties to handle ourselves.
Say what?
And then if you mess around and show up at the table, they'll give you an extra 1% for just making sure everybody felt all right about what they just bought.
Mhm.
Now, I don't understand all of that because I am not the expert. But based on your understanding, who wouldn't want to do that? Is this making sense?
Yes.
Yes.
And so, guys, I have a couple of guys that I see on the line, and they know far much more about this than I do. One who introduced me, another one that I was blessed to introduce. I'm gonna go in reverse order, and I'm gonna introduce you guys to Dana Turnquest, because when he saw this piece, he was already working on some things, and it was a match made in heaven. He ran right past me to already talking to the wealth experts. And as a result, I learned more from listening to what he's been able to accomplish through the experts than what I've ever learned listening to the actual trainings on what it is we have our hands on. And so he's a leader in our industry, he's a leader in this business, a leader on our team, and honestly has one of the fastest growing organizations in the entire company. So guys, help me bring to the line other than Executive Area Director, Mr. Dana Turnquest.
Oh, Mr. Dana Turnquest.
What's going on, good people? Thanks, Sean. Appreciate you, brother.
Hey, no problem.
And as always, thank you for that phone call, man. That phone call changed my life, changed my family's life. Truly put us on the path to generational wealth. Folks, I'm gonna be real quick because Sean's already laid it out perfectly. When you look at the pattern of save, make, and grow, that's the secret of wealth, right? We have to stop giving our money to Uncle Sam and to the banks. The more we put in our pocket with that extra cash flow, we then have to start making some extra money so we can start putting it into these accounts so they can grow. Sean described perfectly how the PRA works. Just know that you have accounts out there that protect you from the IRS. Again, we can't give our money away to the IRS. So we are putting it in vehicles that when we withdraw them or use them, then we're safe there also. Now imagine this. We now have real estate and land banking. Imagine you can take out a loan from yourself to do a real estate deal that we provide the expertise on. You got a private reserve account. As the market goes up, it goes up. When the market goes down, it doesn't go down. You use that same money instead of going to the bank, instead of dipping into some other account. You use your own money, take that money out, do a real estate deal, get 20% return that we are locked in with this company, get your money back. We are now flipping our own money, and the original amount continue to earn interest. So even though we borrowed against that account, that original amount stayed the same and continued to grow. So that account's growing, your real estate investment is growing by 20%, and we're just getting started. Sean hasn't talked about the 5-year landlord program. We haven't talked about how we have the accredited real estate, about the certified real estate program, and how all of us should be moving towards being accredited investors and what's next. We have yet to scratch the surface, folks. So if you love what Sean said, you haven't even seen the tip of the iceberg. We are just getting started. So folks, if whoever invited you, if you don't see it, just make sure you say thank you with some hesitance before you walk away, because I promise you, as this company grows and people start moving and truly becoming wealthy, you're going to want to just have a backup plan that says, hey, listen, wait, don't leave me just yet. Because I promise you, we're going to have another announcement and another announcement. This $100 million deal, oh my goodness, it is ridiculous. So folks, again, if this is your first time taking a look at this, thank the person who invited you. Make the right decision that's going to secure you and your family forever.
Excellent. Everybody give it up again. Dana Turnquest.
You're excited. I can see it. He's like, oh my goodness.
And guys, my sponsor's on the line. Now, I've been talking about this guy the whole time. I got started after a 2-minute conversation. And really the 2 minutes that was most important to me was what he was able to do and what the experts were able to do with and for him in terms of saving, making, and growing his money. And so did you guys want to hear what he told me?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna tell everybody but you right there, because you didn't even answer.
You don't get
even
it.
get
Yes, we want to hear it.
but I say this up front because he's extremely humble and honestly one of the best people I've ever met in my life. And I'll be real with you, he's too humble sometimes because he's done some amazing things. One of the smartest people I've known. He's been successful in corporate America. He's been successful in real estate already. He's been successful in business, period. His family ran a petroleum company. I mean, I didn't even know people that looked like me could spell petroleum, let alone run the companies. And what's exciting about this is he does it with a calm excellence that makes you feel like everything's all right. He helps everybody that needs help, and he's blessed because he's a blessing. Guys, help me bring to the line none other than my sponsor, Executive District Director, Mr. Richard Harden.
Richard.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, my goodness. I mean, with an introduction like that, I've actually forgotten what Sean asked me to tell you. So let me tell you what I see, because here's the amazing thing about this conversation. Sean Hill has literally given the blueprint for closing the gap. Like, if you really think about it, he started the conversation talking about the haves and the have-nots, and he showed you everything that wealthy people have and a way to get it. Meaning he showed you how to get what the experts did for me, the best thing they did was give me a formula that was better than my outdated traditional education that said my school and my job and happily ever after. But once I started to get cash flow in control, the experts started shifting money back into my paycheck from my taxes. And I'm talking about it was a comma shift. They helped me get out of debt. And that gave me the cash flow. And put this in your notes. Cash flow makes you confident.
Yes.
You know you got more than enough. If you know that you're not check the check, but you have something that you can put to work for later, it starts to let you think about what's possible. But you put that combination together of getting the cash flow that we work for from our jobs with some new cash flow that comes strictly from helping other people. You can't make any money in this business if you're selfish and aren't willing to help somebody. But if you help people get what they want, you help enough people get what they want, you get whatever you want in your life. And that's where we start to make money. And then the third phase is just having that investment mindset. Because you know what investment makes me confident in the real estate and in the land banking? Is that I turn $228 into more than $4,000 a month consistently.
Amazing, yes.
We just got to get used to the idea. Put this in your notes. There is greater in store. And if it sounds too good to be true, whoever taught us that if it's good and it's true, it's not for you?
Exactly.
So get the things that wealthy people have. Get the education, get the business, the passive income, and then put that money to work. 2/3 of America's wealth is in real estate. And we right now have the formula for getting that into a place to make wealth real, not just for us, but for people around us and generations after. Man, go. Yeah, Sean, take the microphone back. I'm about to get excited. It's about to be happy dancing on here. Here you go.
Give it up again for my sponsor, Richard Harden.
Yes,
Hey,
Harden,
sir.
yes.
And
Thank
guys,
you.
we weren't even attempting to teach you everything in 55 minutes. We're going to teach you and train you step by step and word for word how all of this works. We're not going to send you out bear hunting with a switch. We have all types of training. What you have to come to the table with is a decision. And understand, failure to make a decision is a decision. There are people that told me last June they would get back to me. They've been not getting a pay raise and paying higher taxes since last June. There are people that told me in July they had to think about it. Well, they didn't have to think about paying higher bills or staying in debt longer, because that's exactly what they did. There were people in August that said I have to speak to my spouse. Well, I guess they broke up because I haven't heard back from them, but they are still not invested, and nothing has changed. Let the person that invited you know whether or not you're a number 2 and you want to use the membership only for $79.97 a month, or you're a number 1 and you want to take advantage of everything we just talked about, but don't let the difference between $79 and $228 cost you millions. Because to have access to financial experts is excellent, but to have access to flipping and investing in real estate, have access to 10 streams of income, to have access to corporate profit sharing, where when people you never met built huge businesses and you can position yourself to get paid a percentage of that as well, is insane. And so get with the person that invited you, let them know whether or not you want to use the Financial Edge membership or you want to be a financial director, but don't hesitate, procrastinate, develop stress, hypertension, a dilemma, have a heart attack, stroke, and die trying to figure out whether or not you want your taxes down, your credit score up, your debt eliminated, your bills lower, and you want to invest while making money. Not that deep. It's really this simple. If it makes sense to you, you should do it, because you should do everything that makes sense to you. It might not make sense to them, but if you do enough things that make sense to you, you'll find a new them. And the reason I share that with people is a lot of people try to decide whether or not they want to do new things based on their old friends. So now you just turned your circle into a cage.
Right.
If you're the sharpest person in your circle, run. Find a new circle fast. I mean, if you know you can upload documents and you can actually invite people onto Zooms to hang out with these crazy people, they think I'm the crazy one, but sane people don't come to hang with crazy people. Guys, this is the funnest money I've ever made in my life. Y'all don't even know if I'm wearing pants. Just ask yourself, it won't matter. I'm not going to stand up. Ask yourself a simple question. If not this, then what? What do you have your hands on where you can buy, flip, sell, and invest in real estate without knowing what you're doing, with experts doing all the work? What are you doing right now where you can help people you care about get a pay raise and you don't even work there? If not now, then when? If you don't have the time to fit it in right now, how are you going to fit it in when everything so-called opens up and gets back to normal? And if not you, then who? Who's supposed to step into your family and change the financial trajectory of your family for generations to come? If you haven't met that person by now, let me help you. It's probably that awesome person in your mirror waiting for you to get off your assets and change your mindset so your family can be set. And so with that being said, that pool looks nice. Can I go now? Can I go play?
Yes, thank you.
Excellent. So on behalf of my partners that invited you, my name is Sean T. Hill, blessed to be Executive District Director with this amazing company, MWR. More importantly, I am Willie and Maddie Mae Hill's bouncing baby boy. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. I look forward to doing this business with you. I look forward to shifting income with you. And when everything opens up, I look forward to walking the beaches of the world with you, excited because we are real estate moguls and we're also our own banks. God bless you guys. Have an amazing day.
You too. Thank you, Shanti.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
My
Nice
pleasure.
to see you, Deidre.